Yo, what's up, guys? When I recorded this video, I didn't check that my microphone wasn't working. So yeah, got a little narration going on here. That's the harness that I'm gonna be using to put this radio in. Got it off Amazon. It was like $5 or less. Alright, guys, let's go to the list of tools you're gonna need for this installation, and you're only gonna need your hands. Yeah, I know. Alright, so you grab the lever underneath the steering wheel, pull it down, drop your steering wheel down, and you go to the left side, and then this panel right here, only thing holding it in is just some pop clips. Pull on it, get the clips to pop out. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. There's these tabs right here, they just push into the slot, and then they're pop clips. You pull on them, they pop out. Sometimes they break off like that one. Try not to break it. Alright, then you're gonna get up here at the top, get your hands behind that above the cluster, and you pull on it, and that should pop off easily as well. It's the same type of clips behind it. There's a little pressure, and then it should come off easy. Pull the bottom side as well. There you go. You can't break anything, guys. They pop off real easy. Alright, now the same thing with the radio. There's no screws holding it, just those pop clips. Get your fingers behind it, pop it out. Just like that, and your radio's out. Now you gotta disconnect the harnesses at the back. Alright, for the harnesses, all you gotta do is squeeze that little clip right there and then pull it back. And all of the plugs are pretty much similar. You just squeeze that tab, pull them all out. Simple. After unplugging all of those, you're gonna move to the dash piece. You're gonna have to get your buttons and knobs. You have to transfer them to your new double din piece. Yeah, so your new dash piece with a double din cutout won't have any of your knobs or buttons in it, so you're gonna have to transfer them over. There's 2 Phillips screws right there, 2 on the other side. Most of the switches and stuff are held in by Phillips screws. And these knobs right here, you're gonna need a screwdriver to pry them off. They pop off pretty easy, and they're already scratched up, so I don't really care. You could use a dash trim tool. That'll be a better thing to use without damaging it, but this shit's all fucked up anyway, so don't really care. Pop that one off as well, and then you put that back on last after you transfer the heater controls. Alright, next you're gonna need a Phillips screwdriver, and you're gonna unscrew the hazard light switch first, just because once it's out of the way, it's easier to get to the other screws. You'll see what I mean. Just take that one off first before you do the heater controls. You'll see in the end. And after you finish unscrewing it, you just transfer it to the new piece. Remember I said put the heater control on first and then put the hazard switch on last, so you have more space to screw them down properly. And to put these knobs back on, all you do is place them on, turn it until it falls into the slot. You can only put it on correct because there's a little notch there, so you can't really put them on wrong. And that's it. Alright, so this is the harness out of the bag. This is what you're going to use to adapt the factory harness to the aftermarket harness. All it is just color matching, guys. You just find your power, your ground, and the auxiliary wire. And once you figure those out, you just pair the speakers up. You can't really mess it up. Everything's color matched. Alright, here we go. So the yellow is continuous power, so that's the battery, and the black is ground, and the red is switch. With just these three wires, you can have power going to your radio. It will turn on. You won't have any sound, not until you figure out these guys right here. Alright, now for your speakers, all you gotta do is just match the colors with the other harness. For example, these guys right here is a pair. There's a solid white and there's a white with a black stripe. All you do is just look for the corresponding colors on the other harness, connect them, and that's it. You just gotta cut the ends off, and either you solder it or you twist it up, but make sure you seal the connections. And magic. Alright, I got them all connected here. I'm just gonna clean up the wiring with some electrical tape. Be right back. Alright, I know it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it works. Alright, now you need to take it to the car, plug that bad boy in. Alright, so this adapter goes onto the harness in the car to adapt it to the aftermarket radio. It's easier to plug in with both hands. Boom, plug that end in, plug the other end into the radio. And before you start plugging in everything else in, you can test the radio. Boom, got power, so we're good. Now you can continue with plugging everything else in, and then your job's basically done at this point. Alright, this is me playing music, not knowing that my mic wasn't working. So alright, we got sound, so we good. Now all that's left to do is just line the holes up with those push tabs after you plugged everything in, and that's it. All goes back together pretty easy. As easy as it came off, it goes back on. Trust me, this car's like a Lego. Boom, that's it. Dash is back together. Radio's in, it's working. Get your old radio, throw it in the road.
Yo, I've been through heartaches, I've been through pain. I've seen enough struggles and I've been through strain. Sure as the Lord fall rain, so things soon change. And when the money run, you know I can't move strange, cause I was born as a winner.